If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. I reported on a video about a month ago that I saw. The YouTuber was explaining what it costs to live in a van. You know, you could do it on $800 a month, sometimes $500 a month. All you really need to do is just go get yourself a van and you can go. You don't have to worry about all the stuff that you're going to put in it. You know, you can build into that later. Then he explained that his costs are significantly higher than that, but he had all kinds of excuses. You know, he runs a YouTube channel, and for the average Joe, you and me, you know, we can do this for $800 a month. And I try to explain that, yeah, you can do it for $800 a month. As a matter of fact, Carolyn and I do come in around $800 a month, $1,000 a month, somewhere around there, for two people. But I'm also accused a lot about not traveling around a lot. I try to stay in a location for as long as I possibly can. You know, there's a lot of expenses that need to be taken into consideration. Now, of course, I've never talked about insurance cost. It's just something I don't do. I made one video in the past and it became a very hot topic subject and I got a lot of criticism and it was a political issue. So I deleted the video and never talked about it again. And so even when I say I live on $800 to $1,000 a month, that doesn't include my insurance cost. But every time I travel, my expenses go way up. You know, we were in Texas for 2 months and I was able to keep my costs real low. As soon as we came to New Mexico, my costs are going to go up significantly. And the reason is because you got to learn the area. You got to find out where all the discount stores are. You got to figure out where the Walmarts are, how far the driving distances are. And there's just a lot of things that go into raising your cost up. So I think it's disingenuous to say that you can live out here for $800 a month and be able to travel. You know, you might be able to do it. You might be able to, in your home state, be able to live in a van, $800 a month and save money. Now this YouTuber is having all kinds of issues with his vehicle. And so, you know, he's not talking about the cost of these issues and how he's going to get the money. So here just a month ago, he said you can live out here for $800 a month and travel all around. But this month he's having van issues and he's not talking about those costs. Now, here's another thing. This promotion that, okay, I can get discounts on these repairs as long as I say I have a YouTube channel. They'll say, okay, A&A Auto Repair here in, you know, New Mexico is great and he has really good prices, and so come out and see him. Well, you know, I find that disingenuous. If you're going to tell someone that you can live out here for $800 a month, so you want to come out here and live this lifestyle, and I tell you, okay, you can do it for $800 a month, but I'm going to hide the fact to you that there's automobile repairs. I'm not going to discuss that. And then I'm going to do advertisement on my YouTube channel. Well, you don't have a YouTube channel. So when you have the same auto repair problem that I have, you're not going to be able to say, okay, AA Auto Repair, I'm going to fix my car at a discounted rate and I'll put you on my YouTube channel. Well, if you run into a problem like he did, what you're going to have to do is probably start a GoFundMe. And you're going to have to hope that you get enough people to send you money to get your car repaired. And I think this is very dangerous. I've talked about a guy out in the desert in Arizona. Been out there since the winter, and his van's broke down. And he gets on Facebook, so he's paying his internet fees. But he gets on Facebook and he starts GoFundMe, and people send him money, but it's not enough to get his van fixed. The other thing I try to do when we talk about honesty is I try to be as honest as possible about the rules and regulations and the laws that govern the nomadic lifestyle. Instead of me telling you, okay, here's how you get around this little loophole and this is how you get around this little loophole, I say you follow the law to the best of your knowledge, not to the best of your ability. You need to follow the law. And there are laws that nomads have to follow. If you're going to get your vehicle licensed by a state, then you have to have a residency in that state. If you're going to go to a different state, where is your residency going to be? So today I got a question. It was a good question, and I want to answer it because I want to be honest with you. I don't want you to have to figure out how to go through loopholes and then all of a sudden get yourself in trouble and end up getting fined maybe and having to spend more money paying the fines than if you just followed the law. So the other day I made a video about domicile, how South Dakota allows for people to become a resident of the state and not actually live in the state. Now, I understand there are huge advantages to this. There's some states that allow this and don't require you to pay personal property tax or income tax or whatever the kind of tax. It's a sales tax. Well, here's the thing is, just like in South Dakota is saying, okay, we don't want this domicile thing anymore because we're not making any revenue. You know, we get 1 million new residents each year. I'm just throwing out hypothetical numbers. And we're not getting any revenue from the sales tax because they're living in, you know, Arizona or Nevada or New Mexico or wherever. So, you know, we want to kind of stop this and put brakes on it. Well, this fella says, I live in South Carolina. He says, I rent a place in South Carolina, but I want to go to California to live in my van. But how, you know, then how do I get my license plate in South Carolina? Because it's not feasible for me to drive all the way back to South Carolina. I reside in the state of Missouri. So that means that, you know, every couple of years, I got to go back to the state of Missouri to renew my driver's license, to renew my license plate. So I don't have this fixation on a particular state that I want to live in while I domicile with Missouri or make Missouri my residence. I don't want to confuse the words. There's residency and domicile and all that. What I'm saying is if you have to have your state in mind. Yes, I think it would be great to go live in California, for example, and not have to be a resident of California. If you think about it, it's my understanding that California has really high taxes on things. So if you can be a resident in South Carolina, where it may be low taxes, and live in California where all the beauty and awesomeness is, then, you know, you got the best of both worlds. The reality is, I think that you're stretching the intent of the laws. There is no easy answer. There is no loopholes that I'm going to suggest that you follow. I suggest that you go to California and you become a resident and you follow their laws, if that's where you want to live. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.